So
Right.
that is why this is much more exciting than just feeling good or losing some weight. This is overall dramatic increase in lifestyle and level of life because of that effect on the brain.
All right, welcome Odille. I'm so excited to interview you about this new venture, this new found happiness secret, the happy coffee, because there's so many people that love coffee, but there's, you know, caffeine and some people get stomach aches from it, or there could be any number of unbeneficial things. But you found a coffee that has a lot of benefits. So tell us a little bit about it.
All right. Yes. So in fact, it's not just coffee. There's a tea, a chai tea, a hot chocolate, and a lemonade as well. And what makes these drinks different from those regular drinks, coffee and lemonade and tea and hot chocolate, is that these have natural plant-based nootropics in them. And nootropics are they're ingredients that have an effect on synapses in the brain. So
Wow.
actually, yeah, so what they do, so these nootropics trigger the brain to produce its own happy hormones.
We want more of those. Like, this is what I know that we both do this with subconscious and healing memories and things like that, so that we can have more happiness instead of living in past traumatic or tragic kind of things, memories. And so you're saying that this helped boost the happy chemicals that, like, happy memories or good feelings or happy people or animals would give us.
Right, exactly. That's it. So, you know, those hormones that it boosts are serotonin, oxytocin, endorphins, and dopamine. And yes, so, you know, we teach people, you and I help people change their traumatic memories so that they can feel happier. And one of the ways of doing that is focusing on something you love or something you're grateful for. And as you focus on something you love or you're grateful for, your brain and body produce those happy hormones. Now, what these beverages do is it's kind of gives you the leg up. So you're not feeling so great anyway, you know, perhaps you find a lot of people find it difficult to focus on anything positive when you're triggered. It's really hard. And the reason for that is that stress chemicals are stronger than feel-good chemicals because they're for survival. So that's why it's easier to feel bad than to feel good. But when you're having, so these beverages kickstart those hormones. They kickstart the dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins so that you're able to then choose your focus, choose to focus on something positive, happy. And as you do that, as you get into that, that new habit, then your brain and body start doing it automatically.
Right. That is awesome. So you reached out to me and I said, oh, I don't drink coffee. And I said, but my husband does. Why? Because he is kind of one of those people that's like, don't talk to me till the coffee's hit in. And I, you know, he drinks coffee to get energy so he can get through his day. And he drinks coffee because it's a comfort food, all of these things. And I thought, but you know what? I'd love to have him be more balanced in his energy, less irritable, less moody. And I thought, well, it's kind of expensive, but gosh, if it worked, it would be well worth it. So tell us a little bit, because it is expensive, isn't it?
Well, I thought so. So when I first looked at it, I thought, oof, that's steep for coffee. But when I realized it works out to $3.50 a day. And, you know, when I thought about it, I was spending more than $3.50 a day on chips and wine that I no longer want because of the coffee. So because of this one cup of happy coffee a day, we've got chips and wine in the house. And I used to love to have chips and a couple of glasses of red wine every night before supper. It was like, I didn't want to lose weight enough to give that up. You know what I mean? It wasn't a result I was expecting, but
Right.
having taken, it was probably about 2 weeks of having the coffee, the happy coffee every morning. I had the wine and chips one Friday evening, and I thought, after I'd eaten them and drank the wine, I thought, you know what, I didn't enjoy that. And I have no desire to, so I don't drink wine and have chips every evening anymore. And so it doesn't mean I never will, but I don't want them right now. So there's that. And there are so many things that we spend more than $3.50 a day on that are not healthy, that are not beneficial. And the reason I'm so excited about this is because it's not just the health benefits. So yes, we've noticed an elevation in mood, definitely. Not that we needed it because we're already happy, but it kind of just, you can feel a definite lift. And Steve gets going much quicker in the mornings. It used to take him 2 hours. He would be a slow starter in the morning, gently get going. And now he has his happy coffee first thing in the morning, and within 20 minutes, he's ready. He goes and he does his meditation. He goes for a walk. He's feeling great. He's feeling up to speed, rolling with the day. Still in a relaxed way, but in a uplifted way, rather than that kind of dragging yourself, and for me, I'm like an energizer bunny in the morning anyway. I love mornings.
Me too.
But come 2:30, 3 o'clock, I was starting to feel really lethargic and drained. Now I'm not. I feel, and it's like a calm, consistent, focused energy throughout the day. So it's not like like caffeine gives you a boost and then you have a dip. This is consistent, and I've slept well all along, but Steve said his sleep has improved, and a lot of our clients have said that as well. So where caffeine is good sleep, the nootropics the ingredients in these beverages counteract the caffeine also it makes perfect sense because they prompt the brain to produce its own serotonin, and serotonin, one of the things serotonin does is regulate sleep. So it makes sense. And so, yes, so it's, $3.50 a day is expensive for something that doesn't give you results.
Yes.
Really cheap for something that gives you the results you want.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because then, I think the thought was it's expensive until it worked for him. And like he usually comes home from work, he gets up early, comes home from work at 3:30. He's driven, over an hour throughout his day. And, to sit there and just chill for the rest of the evening was kind of becoming the MO. And there was stuff to be done. And now I'm like, where's my husband go? And he's out weeding the garden or putting hay in the barn or just finding stuff to do. Like, he's really productive, so much less irritable. Like, there's only been 2 things in the last 40 days, I think, that I was like, oh, there's a little irritation. Like, it's that drastic. Yes. Where this could be 2 or 3 times a day otherwise. Like, chewing, that would drive him crazy. Or, just little things that was like, what are we supposed to do? We have to
stop breathing.
So it's so nice because now he likes being around us, and it's amazing.
Isn't that amazing? And the reason I'm so excited about it is because it's not just about feeling good. It's not just about the physical, benefits and the health benefits, but it's about when you're feeling better, you can do more, like you're saying with your husband, and, creativity, productivity, the way problem solving, the way you see things, perception, the ability to process information, negotiating, communication, everything is improved and leveled up when you're feeling better because you bring the prefrontal cortex of your brain online. So that is why this is much more exciting than just feeling good or losing some weight. This is overall dramatic increase in lifestyle and level of life because of that effect on the brain.
So tell us, because I know you have had some personal benefits from this coffee. And I like that it's 1 cup a day. I mean, like I said, I don't drink coffee, but I would drink the chai, and I liked the lemonade very much. So it's not too sweet, it's not syrupy, it tastes more like a light tea or something to me. But you have had good results with just 1 cup a day. So tell us, what have you noticed?
Yes. So apart from the, the energy that I was talking about, that sustained energy, I mean, I did a spring cleaning of the house for 3 hours, like once, and I can't remember, it was 2 or 3 weeks after starting taking the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna like watch some TV or something. I thought, you know what I feel like doing? I feel like cleaning. And I hate cleaning. I mean, I hate housework. I hate cleaning. It took me 3 hours. I sprung cleaned the house and I loved it. It was so weird. So apart from that, and the, the lift and that I was talking about, one of the most surprising benefits for me is that I've started to lose weight after so long of trying to lose weight. So I had not expected, I wasn't drinking this coffee to lose weight. My purpose of trying this coffee was to see if it gave enough of a mood lift, an emotional lift for, happy chemicals for our clients, to help them do what we do, what we teach them. So we teach them techniques, but of course, a lot of the time people are too triggered and already feeling too bad to be able to do those exercises. So my idea was to give them that leg up so they can then do the exercises and benefit. And I was not expecting this. So I think it was about 6 weeks of now a lot of people experience it sooner. I didn't, and it's different for everybody. It'll depend on your body and the individual physiology. But for me, I took a before photograph 6 weeks ago. And I've done this before. So when I, changed my subconscious references and childhood memories to do with weight, I've been trying to lose weight for a long time. And I took before photographs thinking, okay, so then when I've lost, I can say, look, this is how I did it. And I never got to take those second photographs because I never lost any weight. So I've been trying for probably 5 years on and off, but definitely over the last 2 years, I've been trying consistently. And I mean, I've spent periods of time where I was having this was more than 2 years ago, but when I was still living in England, having just salad and protein, salmon. And
starving yourself.
Yes, but healthy, being healthy,
right?
And doing 3 workouts a week at the gym, intense workouts. So 2 spin classes and a body pump class. I then joined CrossFit. I was doing everything, and it was weird how the fat didn't change. Now, muscle weighs more, so you can't go by the scale, but I'm talking about the BMI, the measurement of fat did not change. And it was like,
really?
How is that possible? And I realized one of the things is my metabolism was slowing down.
Yes. And that happens at our age.
Well, that's what I didn't know, is that menopause, I was getting the hot flushes and all of that, but I didn't know about the weight thing. And menopause, apparently for women, it does, your metabolism slows down and you start storing weight. That's the hormonal thing. So that's what was going on for me and a lot of other women I know around my age. So then I started looking into, fasting, intermittent fasting, and I did that. And I managed to do longer fasts. I was very chuffed with myself that I was able to do that. And I lost a little bit, but it didn't move enough. It was like a bit of a pound here and there. Maybe 1 pound, and then it would come back on. And it was ridiculous. Now, the fasting, I got used to, I do 16-hour fasts, and I actually like living like that now. It doesn't bother me, but it wasn't helping me lose weight. Then I started with the coffee. And so I took that before photograph 6 weeks ago, and I've seen the scale coming down, but I didn't think that you could see any difference. And then on Saturday, just this Saturday, I took a photograph thinking, oh, well, I'll just have, I better check, I better have a look, maybe something. And I put the two side by side and went, oh, you can see a difference. Because I could feel my clothes. Yeah, I could feel my jeans were looser, but I couldn't see it myself. To me, I still don't look the way I want to look. But when I saw those photographs, I thought, okay, finally something's happening. And I am thrilled to bits. And I feel great as well. I feel much better.
And there are so many people that already drink coffee and they do struggle with their metabolism.
Yes.
And if a cup of coffee can make a difference, like this is.
Exactly. And if not coffee, the hot chocolate, the chai tea, the vanilla chai tea, the lemonade, all of them, all of those have the nootropics in it. The only difference between the drinks is the caffeine content. So obviously the coffee has caffeine, the tea has a little bit of caffeine, the hot chocolate has just the normal caffeine you would get in ordinary chocolate, which is 5 grams. So it's minimal.
Okay.
And the lemonade has a little bit of caffeine in it. But and even people who don't have caffeine normally, or caffeine isn't, they experience not great effects.
Right.
They've been having the coffee and finding they're great. They've been experiencing great results because of the other nutrients. Because when you drink just coffee, okay, you're getting that caffeine and your body doesn't have those other ingredients which do the actual, great work in your body.
Right. That's exciting. So reducing weight, being happy. I know you've got clients that have tried it and I've seen some of their testimonials. So tell us a couple of other benefits that people are seeing.
So I've had, we've got clients who are doing it and family and friends. So a couple of family members whose names I won't say just because they're, for their privacy, but the first person we got to try it, the first family member we got to try it, she's doing a couple of jobs. She was working, or during COVID, during the lockdown, she had to do quite, long hours and everything. And the first two things she noticed, she didn't need a nap when she got home after working. Wow. She had that sustained, focused energy consistently throughout the day, and she noticed the appetite. She wasn't eating as much as she normally does. So the appetite, her appetite was down, and not craving the junk food kind of thing. Somebody else in our family who is 84 years old. He has a lot on his plate. He's looking after his wife who's very ill, and his stepson who's very ill. And he has been, bless his heart, he works really hard. He looks after everybody else. And he's also, had some health challenges. And he described his mind as wild horses. He would try to meditate, but his mind was all over the place because he was so stressed and dealing with so much. And the first day of the coffee, he phoned, of the happy coffee, he phoned me and said, my mind has gone from wild horses to calm. And so he was able to do his meditation and it's helping him cope. And again, it's giving him sustained energy so that he doesn't have that big dip in the afternoons.
Clients, you can teach an old dog new tricks.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
That's awesome to know you can still get benefits at any age.
Absolutely. And what we found is the benefits are compounding. Yes. So over time it gets better and better, and that makes sense as well, because the more, the longer you've had lower stress chemicals in your system and higher feel-good chemicals in your system, over that period of time, your body gets to start healing and cleaning itself and rejuvenating, and cells start to be able to replicate again, and nutrients start being absorbed from your food that weren't before. There's just so many benefits that compound over time. So you know,
Right.
there's a lot there. Things like organ, you know, blood flow to your organs, because when you're in a state of stress, blood is redirected from your organs to your extremities. So your organs aren't getting the blood flow they need. So this way, all of that makes perfect sense as far as physical health goes. And then, yeah, and one of our clients just sent me a message on over the weekend that she had been doing what you and I do for a long time, working on herself, but she was one of the people we looked into this happy coffee for. It was people like her who have all the will in the world. They're trying so hard. They're trying to do the work, but they've got so much stress in their system, and that, you know, that they just can't, they keep getting sucked into the daily challenges, the worries, the fears. She had an immense amount of fear that she was living with, especially during this COVID time. At home. She was really struggling. And, you know, if anybody watched our free videos of these daily sessions, you will see the difference in her. So she then said, she's fabulous now. So I can say her name because she said I could use her name. It's Boguslava.
Really?
And you'll remember her. And she was so fearful, so stressed. You would, if you watch the latest recordings of our sessions, she is so happy and so free. And it's just one, I get goosebumps thinking about it, because, you know, just being able to help someone get to that point where it just gives them that leg up where they're able to then pick up momentum, take it away themselves. So that really
pick up momentum.
Yes.
Awesome. And we know, I mean, especially in these times, like, there is stuff that people are seeing and hearing, and they're taking it internally and reliving it all the time. And so to have the support to boost those good chemicals and hormones and feel happy, like, that is priceless.
Yes.
That really is.
Absolutely. And so, you know, when you say, you know, do you think it's expensive? Right. Oh boy, no, it's certainly a lot cheaper than therapy. It's cheaper than medication. It's cheaper than junk food. I mean, you know,
right.
So
in so many ways.
Right, exactly.
Long-term effects of junk food and the short-term effects and the extra weight and everything.
Exactly. And so for me, you know, going back to the weight loss, for me, it's been effortless. So after all those years of working out and starving myself and trying this diet and that diet, I did keto, I did Gundry, I did, you name it, I tried it, I cut out this, I cut out that. And after all that, it's a cup of coffee a day.
Crazy, amazing. I know I have friends I can't wait to try, because they get in the same boat where they were always thin and then hit menopause and then things just changed and they're like, what happened? So I am really excited to share this with them.
And for me, you know, it's and for menopausal women, one of the biggest issues, from what I can understand, is your stomach. For some reason, that's everything goes there. It all, there's a meeting of all fat in the stomach area. And that is the part that you can see in these two photographs I took. My stomach is flatter. It's not flat by any means yet, but there's enough of a difference for me to go, I can't believe that it's happening, you know, and others have said that they can see the difference as well. So, you know, that's after 6 weeks. Now I can't wait for another 6 weeks, you know, and so on. So, yeah.
Right. Oh, that's wonderful. And I appreciate that you reached out to me, because at first I was thinking, how can coffee do this? And, you know, marriage is difficult enough without having somebody that's triggered and easily irritable. And so I really appreciate that you reached out to us, because I just feel like he's finally the jolly man that I knew he was, you know, that I know he is in there. He just was having pain. And so it comes out.
That's the thing. It is, rather than make you something, it allows you to be yourself more. So this is not like taking a drug, you know, where it's going to have some altered effect on your altered state. This is just finally allowing your brain and your body to bring down the stress chemicals enough, produce feel-good chemicals enough for you to be yourself.
And we all need that. Like, bring down those stress chemicals, bring up the good chemicals, and let's make some changes in our world right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm grateful. And we had Max, just so everybody kind of knows, we had him on 4 days. And then I said, I'm going to get the discount. So I signed up as an affiliate. And I thought, if this works, of course I would share it, because that's what I do. That's who I am. I share things because if it works, I wouldn't want somebody to not have access to it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm grateful to the person who shared it with me. You know, right. I get approached a lot by different companies and different people wanting to sell me stuff and wanting me to join their company. You know, there's a lot of that. And I don't, you know, I look at everything, but I am very, very strict with what we recommend, because it has to fit in with what we teach,
with your mission.
Right. And this is like cater, like we made it ourselves. It's incredible how in alignment it is with everything we stand for.
Yes, and it was so cool. My business is Holding Happiness.
Yes.
And I just add that to the end of the Elevacity coffee, or the happy coffee, and there I was holding more happiness. So I'm happy to bring that to the world.
Hey. And so if anyone wants
results.
Yes, so if anyone wants to order or find out more, they can contact you or visit your website, which we'll put in the description of the video, right?
Yes, we will. Awesome. Well, thank you. I'm just so happy to have you share your results with us and to just give hope to some people. Some people are just looking for anything, and, you know, doing subconscious work takes time. It does. And so it's nice to have that leg up right away and just automatically start feeling happier and move that into healing your whole life.
And there's one more thing I wanted to say about the price of it. You know, the price of it is that there's a 30-day money back guarantee.
Right.
So there's not even any risk. So you try it, and if it doesn't work for you or you don't like it for whatever reason, you get your money back. It's a full refund. So there is literally no reason not to try it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I'm like, well, if he doesn't like it or we don't see a difference, you know, there's no reason to keep purchasing it. And if it's money back guarantee, then you know, you can feel safe trying it. And that's how we did. So, but we had great results, and we're not letting him get off it.
Fantastic.
And now I saw for June, they're having the special, so we can get the coffee and the lemonade for a much reduced price, like $30 off or something. So
exactly,
we'll have our summer drink and our coffee for our loved one.
And the coffee you can also make into iced coffee or milkshake, or put it in your smoothies. There's so many options.
Right.
Protein drink.
Yes. My daughter has a steamer, so she's going to be steaming it. So, or whatever, the espresso machine, put it in there.
Good.
All right. Well, thank you, Odille.
You're very welcome, Tammy. Such a pleasure. And I'm so excited for you.
I am too.